we're not defender range draw. It really didn't matter.
Keep a stiff neck.
Katakan instead of Golyat. It thrives, I guess? I really have no idea. The Skellige matchup. It's not my list.
Let us sing the song of steel.
Yep, can't Brooks of that. Have no larva. Music, what about it? No, he's not there. He is left. Is this the 3-day deck? We'll try to get ahead next turn. We'll just like jam the Yigrin. This works. I kind of want to get this down though. Hey, Don Kadabra, thanks for the prime. Welcome, welcome. Is the hand buffs you return? Who knows? You probably need some buffs. The Invigorate's a start, I guess. I don't know. I don't think the payoffs for Invigorate really exist. Like what, you get an extra point on Oglace and Skags, and then you get to play some really mediocre bronzes that care about being hand buffed. Maybe if those get buffed as well in some of the patch notes that we haven't been shown yet. Yikes. Can I not get ahead here? This is what, 8, 9, 10? I'm actually just short. I'm actually short. Well.
We shall conquer this.
I could have clicked on the Phantom, I guess, but I don't know how useful that is. Best monsters deck? Probably Arrakis. Oh, nice. Yeah, Salamander's definitely good at poisoning units, though he's not passing.
Should do the trick. How beautiful these golden fields.
You're ready.
Package out of removal range. I mean, you can do that. I don't know, I guess getting Sentry to 6 is a pretty big deal. But I feel like that deck really wants a leader that enhances its short round. And Invigorate doesn't really do that. Like, losing Peace Strike or Deadeye Ambush to make it harder to set up a big row in round 3 is a huge deal, especially with Justice nerfed. Like, I feel like Invigorate has the same sort of problem that Guerrilla Tactics has for the movement deck, in that it helps keeps your stuff alive and it like gives you a bit of tar removal, but it just doesn't solve the problem the deck has of having a good short round. Just 2-0 here, right? Sand is nuts. Yes, ESP strike. Like Shirumi.
You stand no chance.
We must open our gate.
Oh my god, I hit it. Do I want it though? Kinda just want to thin. I don't know. So let's make the Shiru better, if that matters. Still no tortoise. And I'll just hold the Ozzrel. Just casually quadrupling his points.
Time to die. I'll do so sword in hand.
This is fine. If he can do it, he's not gonna have anything left over for round 3, right? Hey, corpse goats. Wee. Wee. Sometimes you just draw the nuts. Yeah, forward to the balance patch. Still a while away, but. Am I actually gonna get to play this? Also, should I mulligan a Dragolarva? I don't have cards to play. I can't play this round 1. I don't want to play this round 1. No. Just mulligan to Rider. Whatever, maybe we force out some cards he doesn't want to play in round 1. Tier list for human tag 1. That's a little too much, I think. Few too many humans. Skip your request. Oh, okay, 1 second. 1 second. Can't get Bruxa down.
We shall conquer this world as we have conquered camp.
It is cute.
My loyalty is to imbue the coin, not to the face that
List for Witchers when. You probably want to do it by faction, I think. There's a lot of Witchers too, aren't there? Halflings. I am all for reaching towards the bottom of the barrel for content. Don't get me wrong, I have no problems with it. But
I shall flog them into submission.
I don't know if some of these tier lists make a whole lot of sense. Like Colgrim sometime? I don't know. Probably not anytime soon. Yeah, I'm already out of this round, aren't I? But if I pass, I get balled, and I can't beat ball. Come on. I guess playing Beast on Thrive Curve was better.
The shame I have.
So what, 24 points? Is my whole hand even 24 points? It's kinda close. Naglfar can get Eagered, hopefully. No, I'm pretty dead. I'm pretty dead. I feel like the Aristocrats one made topical sense given the nerf to Masquerade Ball. Update is on the 6th. Player name changed here. It's like the same position we were in last time too, right?
My prescription. A bit of
Lost
blood.
round 1, had a bunch of goals left over, just didn't matter. Play Speartip early. I mean,
The senses can be fooled easily.
I need to play Speartip early, I need to play Oberon early. Ozzrel doesn't really matter. I can do this and then start deploying things. The nice thing about rank 1 is everyone waits until like 3 cards to use their double cross. Play Naglfar early.
My, the Van Moorlands, they truly spoil us.
I have lived long and seen all, and I am born with it. King Oberon, Patir de Lear!
If you please, Gorther this turn. Kinda wanna Ozzrel the Joachim. And then just try to not play the Naglfar until after the Cantarella.
Never slip from the master's table. Never.
Yep. Yeah, Conquer deploys as an 8. I lose a Thrive this way, but makes me a little better against his leader. Yeah, because he Gorthers me now.
Your blade is just as
Pretty
essential
sure
as
I
your
still
will.
need to eat this. It's just that they make content. You don't need to know how to play the game to make content. Cool.
Push on! No mercy!
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
Gotta pick a song.
Their hair, so silky.
Enjoy your Naglfar or Koshchey. Koshchey's kind of fine, right? You can't click on the usurper. Cool. I couldn't actually afford to have that there anyway. No fear. Dog there, yeah.
The Empire
Would have
will
made
be
sense.
I shall be your eyes, my lord.
Nice. Last card brick one time. Have you played Invo yet? Yes. Last card brick one time. Nice. Kuma again. That would have helped. Would have helped.
You best yield now.
That was death blow. It doesn't matter, it still kills it. That's all that matters. Him killing the Cantarella didn't get him anything. Basically just discarded his Q. Roland's gonna stay 9 forever. Yeah. I would be very surprised if it changed. It's a really large change both in terms of how you would design cards if you change the limit, as well as just the layout of the screen. Just not the kind of change that happens. There would need to be a really good reason for it.
Was it so plowing, crummy, and Nilfgaard? Today's gonna be a
No. In a lot of ways, Symbiosis is a better version of my deck. We're both like no interaction nonsense. He has a Gizras, I have Koshchey. Pretty sure Gizras is better than Koshchey. Beta, they count 40 cards in one row, make them overlap. Yeah, there's a reason they moved away from that. It was pretty ugly.
a wee hint. Danny Jigglers.
No! Killed my Thrive unit. Rude. Overall opinion on the new patch changes? I have like a whole video where I run over them. I don't know. Overall, pretty cool. I don't think there's any changes that are especially frustrating. There are like more specific questions, I can answer those, but a summary of everything is a lot.
Choke the embers! Wind, blow out the flame! For King Ozzrel, for Tyr the Lear!
Still doesn't just die to the Popco. I think I'm waiting another turn. Ooh. Yeah.
Enjoy that the most.
Nilfgaard Soldier Leader is the best design leader now. I don't know if the card pool is there for it, but I like the design. I don't know if there's anything about it that's like inherently better than... I guess like requiring you to have stuff in play, being able to be played around is kind of cool.
Nothing like skinning unicorn. Their hair.
Why did I put this
so
there?
silky.
I'm a monkey. If there was just like a little bit more armor matter for soldiers, and it wasn't just like the armor is to protect some engines, I think I'd like the design a lot more. There's nothing to say that that can't just happen in the future, right?
Let us talk to strangers.
Yeah, I think I have two, like, very nitpicky complaints. The first one is just the lack of armors matters stuff in soldiers. It's just crossbowman, and he doesn't care that much about getting additional armor on deploy. He just cares about having armor in general, which he has naturally. And I'm not sure how much I like just stapling a third effect onto the card. It seems a little clunky for the leader to have 3 abilities.
Have you seen a fuse lying about?
But both pretty nitpicky complaints. Nothing major. Yeah, I do like leaders with passives in general. Certainly the way this game is played out, my deck looks a lot better than his. I don't know if that's going to be the average showing for the matchup. Koshchey's not even dying. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I'm just holding leader Koshchey. I don't mind taking with Noon Wraith. I don't even have to. Oh yeah, I did.
The sun.
Yeah, I agree. It does a lot of things well. I think the big thing is just I feel like soldiers still don't really have a leader. But I don't know what that would look like. It does feel more like a just like generic leader than something that's explicitly supporting what soldiers are trying to do. But that, again, that could be changing given future card design. This never dies, right? It doesn't really support anything that soldiers do. It gives armor to them, but it's not making the soldiers much better. There's no not really an armor matters sub-theme in soldiers.
I don't remember. I don't care.
Your crossbowman cares a little bit, but not even that much. What crit soldiers do other than armor? Well, I think like slave infantry, I think like groomed Vragat decks.
Mother Earth, I grant you my life. From you to me, to you it returns.
Those don't care about armor at all. I should do this first, right? Always get the larva before playing the Noon Wraith. I just lose Thrive. Next is supposed to be my last play. I think I lose 2 points for that. I lose by 2. That'd be embarrassing. Oh no, I lose by 1,000,000. Should try to keep my card, I guess. I just assumed that like Yigurn died before any Thrives were checked. But I guess placement makes sense too. Sure. I mean, I wouldn't really expect obscure Yigurn versus Thrive interactions to be on loading screens. This Magic doubling season deck? Nah, I'm not a memer. Only memers play doubling season. Where's Forktail? That's a really good question. I'm not sure why this is playing Necro Warrior over Forktail. Hey, Miley. Can't tell you what to do, you'll eat the snow. Sometimes you just gotta be a rebel. The Boltus buff is pretty crazy. That's probably the biggest single buff in the patch. Aside from maybe Horson. But the Boltus buff is huge. Just being the full engine in itself rather than needing another piece. It's a big deal. Dark Spore buff was massive. True. True. You got me there. Yeah, the Horson change was real big. The amount of removal he represents for his provision cost is pretty nutty. He's more thin again. Weapon to Horson. His Insanity is just moved to his base mode, and his Devotion ability changes to not needing to damage a boosted unit. Can just damage anything. Yeah, the Ancient Flaglet's pretty sweet. Definitely gonna be trying to build decks with that. Passes. So what is this? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's short. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What was this? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. I have the Speartip. Conk was short, right? Conk was 5 less points. Yeah, SK still having good tower removal when they go Devotion is a pretty big difference between them and some of the other Devotion factions like Monsters and Squirtle. But like having access to Blaze of Glory, Morkvarg, Hjalmar, not really losing a whole lot of meaningful interaction by going Devotion. Shinga. Yeah, Nilfgaard's similar. Nilfgaard still has its removal. NR sort of too. NR with Shield Wall. Use the AQ while you play Kelly. I play Forktails.
I'll do what I can.
I don't know if Crimes will be dead. Crimes do get a bit worse. You can still play the Alpha Books deck. The Alpha Books deck is pretty good. I'm actually really surprised how little play the Off the Books deck is getting. Not sure how much of it is people are just satisfied with playing Line Pockets versus thinking it's actually bad. Get this deck for the other Thrive deck? No. I thought maybe I would when we started playing, but I do not like this at all. The more I play it, the worse it feels.
Nothing rivals skin of unicorn. Their hair so
Do I have a deck list? For off the books? I'll check. I don't have a recent one. I have one from last season. It would be on YouTube for sure. I'll see if I still have it in the deck builder. Well, gotta draw the current there. Kinda hoping we'd just stack it with a Naglfar. I don't know, the Pirates Cove leader is better at what it's supposed to be good at, rather than just being like this big finisher leader. Okay, we found it. I like the change a lot, I think. I definitely like how it incentivizes splitting up your charges too. Because like Sea Jackal in round 2 Sea Jackals in round 3 isn't as good as 2 Sea Jackals in different rounds. But like if you got 2 cards the same power level as Sea Jackal in round 3, but like that actually synergizes with one another, that'd be pretty nuts. But the fact that the second Sea Jackal in round 3 is basically just 4 points sort of makes it okay. Passive that triggers an overprofiting. Depends what the passive does. I don't know. You have to be pretty careful about that kind of stuff enabling unitless decks. If it just like boosted a unit, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know. Like boost a random unit you control. I don't know if SY has like immune units that could take advantage of that. Might play location front, probably for Chimera. When he clicks the double lock, fills his row again. I mean, the thing about having an overprofit payoff is that's kind of what Sea Jackal does in that leader, right? But it does it in a way that's putting points in play, in a way that doesn't feel completely divergent from everything else in the faction.
Bring me Fistek, then leave me be.
I can kill the drone. I think I just want to trigger the Thrive. Even if I'm still getting geared in for a billion.
For our king.
Being another Horde leader. Yeah, I'm more worried about unitless. I feel like Syndicate is always just like one design mistake away from being some really unfun unitless nonsense. Anytime you're able to bypass the coin limit without putting a unit in play. Like even Bounty is really scary as a mechanic if it gets pushed. Still no tortoise. Yeah, exactly. I really like Safecracker. It's big enough. No. Get fucked. Nice Yrden. Create is annoying for competitive players. I don't know.
No retreat! Not one step!
Yeah, Nilfgaard's more just like the weird shit faction than like designed to be annoying. Bronze Clog under the deck and Clog. Oh, Clog's also really bad if you do that. Kind of defeats 50% of the point of it. 70% of the point of it. If Clog is just enabling Coldrim, Clog's pretty lame. The whole point of Clog is that it's carryover in multiple ways.
Women, children, elders, we spare none.
Yeah, if you want to have it not copy tokens, I think that's fine. punishes you for having bad hands in round 1, but so does any deck that especially cares about winning round 1. Clog might feel a little worse in that respect. But I don't really know if it's any worse than just like having a bad hand on blue coin against a deck that'll beat you uneven.
Beneath the sun.
Hand reveal was bullshittery? Was it? I remember hand reveal being garbage. I don't remember it being bullshit. Yeah, but if you lose round 1 against those decks, you're still losing. It doesn't matter if you draw your good cards. You gave up round control to Lippy while losing uneven. You're dead. You lost uneven to Gurney, and now you're getting free blood. Game's over. Doesn't matter how well you draw.
For King Ozzrel, Fear the Lear.
I'll gut you like fishes!
That is SY crimes in the patch hits. 10 being dead or 0 being dead? I don't think it's dead.
Nothing like the skin of you. Their hair, so silky.
Safecracker got a base power point to compensate, right?
All that dancing around.
Like, Safecracker's still good for the deck. Cleaver's easier to answer, but I mean, didn't really lose any points aside from being easier to answer. Well, the difference is you can't Nova Gradian Justice the Nilfgaard one. Justice is a big reason why Safecracker is as good as it is. Like, you're only playing one of your Safecrackers as a bronze card. The other one's a gold.
Double the coin and consider it done.
It's worth a try. It dies to Rebuke. If you play Pig first, it doesn't, right? You can go like Immune Pig, Cleaver, Shakedown, goes to 6. I mean, it dies to 5 damage. 5 damage is a big breakpoint. Means it also dies to, like, Squirtle. Gets Boiling Wailed. Seven is comparably much harder to do. Always Cleaver, not boost Cleaver. Yeah. You can leave it at 1. Just spend it at the turn that it comes down, not expect to get too much Intimidate value out of it.
Here's the better loot than in your
Very
wildest,
corpses.
wettest
Feed our
dreams!
foes to the crabs while they still live.
Don't hurt Gimme, please. Yeah, I mean, sometimes your last mulligan on Necker just draws you into Necker. Look. Okay, at least I've got something going for me. answered immediately. Yeah, but it's about how easy it is to answer, right? Instead of using a heat wave on it, you're playing bronze on it. Also do that against New Flurry. Yeah. Drago Larva gets real sad.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
I mean, just kill the boat. It doesn't get completely countered either. You still get the shakedown.
Shall stand ever together.
May Freya choose the victor.
Okay.
Toss it onto the pile, then burn it with the rest.
This triggers my Thrive on the Koshchey. That also stops from clicking the Herkia. That's pretty big. I think we win here. Obviously it's not the reason why they play it, but it's not completely countering it. You're still getting something out of it. Moving the goalposts a little bit. Like, just kill the boat. Like, you're playing a deck that's playing a bunch of removal specials. Got Philippa. You've maybe got Horsa, and if you want to go Devotion after the patch. Stand by locations, don't banish self after order to clean up board space. Yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty big nerf to Doldalock, having it stay in play. It's honestly like the only reason why you'd consider not playing it for the Swarm deck, is how much space it takes. It would be a really big deal in Nilfgaard mirrors too, being able to click on Gorthar to free up board space. You have to play an additional card. Might make those come down to getting clogged, getting your board clogged a little bit less. Ooh. Harmony. I think this is the guy that was kept trying to challenge me to a game where we were watching the Open. That's why we put Larva's melee. How relevant does Horson's be? Very. Also, it increases its reach. It gives you a spender without having to play a spender into the round. Like, it's a card that you want to play anyway that spends. It's part of why Jacques is so good, too. Spenders are usually the least efficient parts of your deck. So whenever you get to play a spender that is also just doing something efficient, that's huge. Plus, it kind of does something unique, too. Being able to, like, kill things through armor. Represents a little bit more reach on its removal. Lets you kill up to a 9. Kill some Drago Larva. Damage by 3? It's just different. Makes it a little more situational so you can't just damage things that are bigger. And give us some extra utility against things like in Dragolarva, where they have armor. It's just a different effect. Makes it a little less samey.
We shall conquer this world as we have conquered countless others.
Deck we are playing is Sound of Snow's Koshchey.
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
Reckless Flurry B if it was 1 use per round significantly, I think. I think very, very significantly worse. Can I play this? 8, 9, 10? Yeah. Hey, sad. I'm pretty sure the general use case for Reckless Flurry is going to be to save all 3 charges for round 3 and just have that burst. It's got the extra utility against monsters to be able to kill Dragolarvas early if that's important, but I think generally you're going to want to be saving it. Orson Fee could ban it. I think that's a little too much. I think that's too much of a blowout against decks like Lippy and Matic. You're already good card, also just being a tech. This is good. He was here earlier. Damages much better than coins to buff. Yeah, there's a reason why like Blacksmith is hardly played, but they wouldn't make a card that is a Blacksmith that damages. Or why the Blacksmith that damages is Arena and Draga with a cooldown, or requires bounty on a unit. Arbitrary bullshit. Gwent's new design idea? What do you mean? Not that much. He made a mess of his dandelions. You can see that on the camera. They're everywhere. I'm missing a very important card. I'm missing a lot of very important cards. Huh. My deck has twice as many golds as bronzes. It's not good. That's not good.
May your sword and arm be one.
So Corinthia gonna go on the Alpha Werewolf? The Defender, maybe? This should be melee. I already know that he's playing Bowman. The row stack punish would probably be something like to reveal, which I don't really care about row stacking with Dragolarva. Okay, well, not really punished, I guess. I think I'm just Corinthiaing. This is the first time tonight we didn't draw the Koshchey, I think. We're doing pretty good about drawing the combo.
We'll get that fixed in no time, I promise.
Syndicate Pirate Swarm. Weird sequencing. So if there's poisons... I just want this Koshchey. Still just want this Koshchey. Speartip versus Katakan. Katakan grows 3 times, 4 times. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which is better against all removal too. Not allowed to find Koshchey. This is a very sad hand.
I kneel before no one.
No.
No point in showing this. No point at all.
The Punisher playing this range is just like just to reveal.
I prefer elves.
I don't think it ends up mattering.
King Oberon, tear the near.
Did I miss? These are the 4 most expensive cards in my deck. That's actually kind of nuts. Huh.
Let me give you something to remember me by.
Ozzrel even good? No. Ozzrel's not even good. Impressive. Harmony's back. Destroyed. I could fit Siri Nova. Oh no. Feels bad. Yeah, I think I didn't play a card worth more than 9 provisions that game.